You and everyone you know are going to be dead soon. And in the short amount of time between here and there, you have a limited amount of ducks to give. Very few, in fact. And if you go around giving a duck about everything and everyone without conscious thought or choice, well, then you're going to get ducked. The subtle art of not giving a duck. A counterintuitive approach to living a good life. By Mark Manson. Summarized by ChatGPT. Illustrated by Midjourney. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Duck is a self-help book written by Mark Manson. The book, which was first published in 2016, focuses on the idea of living a meaningful life by understanding what truly matters and letting go of the things that don't. In the first chapter, Manson introduces the concept of not giving a duck as a way of prioritizing the things in life that are truly important. He argues that our culture is obsessed with positivity and happiness, which often leads to people ignoring the negative aspects of life. Manson encourages readers to embrace the struggles and difficulties of life, as they are what give meaning to our existence. The second chapter of the book focuses on the idea of taking responsibility for one's own life. Manson argues that we often blame external factors for our problems, rather than taking ownership of our own actions and choices. By accepting responsibility for our lives, Manson argues that we can gain control and create a more fulfilling existence. In Chapter 3, Manson discusses the importance of choosing the right values to guide our lives. He argues that many of us adopt values that are imposed on us by society or our peers, rather than choosing values that truly align with our own beliefs and priorities. Manson encourages readers to be honest with themselves about what they truly value, and to focus on those things rather than trying to please others. The fourth chapter of the book explores the idea of embracing uncertainty and accepting the fact that life is unpredictable. Manson argues that our culture is obsessed with the idea of control, but that this is ultimately an illusion. By accepting the uncertainty of life, Manson suggests that we can become more resilient and adaptable. In Chapter 5, Manson discusses the concept of entitlement, which he argues is a major source of unhappiness for many people. Manson suggests that entitlement arises when we believe that we are owed something by the world or by other people. By letting go of entitlement, Manson argues that we can become more grateful for what we do have and more content with our lives. Chapter 6 of the book focuses on the idea of failure and how we can learn to embrace it as a necessary part of growth and success. Manson argues that failure is an inevitable part of life and that we should learn to view it as an opportunity for learning and growth rather than a source of shame or embarrassment. In Chapter 7, Manson discusses the importance of accepting our own mortality. He argues that many of us avoid thinking about death, but that this can lead to a lack of perspective and a failure to appreciate the preciousness of life. By embracing our own mortality, Manson suggests that we can live more fully and appreciate the time we have. The eighth chapter of the book explores the idea of the backwards law, which Manson describes as the idea that the more we try to avoid or control something, the more it controls us. Manson argues that this applies to many aspects of life, from relationships to emotions to personal goals. By letting go of the need to control everything, Manson suggests that we can become more at peace with ourselves and the world around us. Chapter 9 of the book focuses on the importance of taking action in life, rather than just talking or thinking about what we want to do. Manson argues that many of us get stuck in a cycle of overthinking and procrastination, which prevents us from achieving our goals. By taking action, Manson suggests that we can build momentum and create the life we truly want. Finally, in Chapter 10, Manson offers some practical advice for putting the principles outlined in the book into practice. He encourages readers to start small and to focus on making incremental changes in their lives rather than trying to make big, dramatic changes all at once. Manson also suggests that readers find a support system, whether it be joining a group or finding a mentor, to help them stay accountable and motivated. Overall, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Duck is a thought-provoking and refreshing take on the self-help genre. Manson's no-nonsense approach and willingness to address uncomfortable truths make the book stand out from many other self-help books, which can often feel shallow or overly optimistic. While some readers may be put off by the book's profanity and occasional irreverence, Manson's message ultimately boils down to a simple and powerful idea: life is short, and we should focus on what truly matters to us. By embracing the challenges and difficulties of life, accepting responsibility for our actions, and choosing the right values to guide us, we can live more meaningful and fulfilling lives. Who you are is defined by what you're willing to struggle for. Unhealthy love is based on two people trying to escape their problems through their emotions for each other. In other words, they're using each other as an escape. Healthy love is based on two people acknowledging and addressing their own problems with each other's support. The desire for more positive experience is itself a negative experience. And, paradoxically, the acceptance of one's negative experience is itself a positive experience. Life is essentially an endless series of problems. The solution to one problem is merely the creation of another. This is the most simple and basic component of life. Our struggles determine our successes. Gently hit the like and subscribe button for more summaries.
Thanks for staying till the end.